So you're a new CDL truck driver, right? And you want to learn how to properly plan your trip before you start your daily shift doing OTR? Well, this video might be just for you. Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Rodney. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell for any time I post a new video. Before we get into the point of this video, we gotta talk about something first, which is your ELD device. You need to understand at least like the basic of your ELD device in order for you to know exactly how to plan your trip. So let's dive into the ELD device first, and then after that, later on, we will talk about planning your trip. Let's do it. Okay guys, this is gonna be a quick overview on how your ELD device will help you on planning your trip properly before you start driving. We have the cycle hours, which is gonna be the hours you'll be having for the whole week. This will be 70 hours. Once you have your 70 hours, you will have the hours for the week available. But to have that 70 hours, you will have to do something that called reset. The reset, you will have to wait until 34 hours off duty or in sleeper in order to get your full cycle back. This is the law. This is how it works. Okay, you would have, like right now, I'm off duty for 32 minutes, but in order for me, if I want to have my 70 hours back for the week, I have to stop for 34 hours, and the 34 hours have to be off duty or in sleeper. But it's recommended so you could be on sleeper. And then once you have your 70 hours, you'll be driving for the week. And then this one is your total shift, which is 14 hours window. This 14 hours window, you will have it every day, as long as you have enough hours to get it from the cycle. So the 14 hours coming from the cycle, let's just like make it fun so you could understand probably or a little bit better. The 14 hours that come from the cycle, you take the 14 hours out of it. But from the 14 hours window shift, for the 14 hours daily window shift, you will have to get the 11 hours coming from it. So 14 coming from this, 14 is right here, and then 11 hours of drive time coming from the 14 right here. And then from the 11 hours drive time, let's say we take 8 hours of it to drive straight legally, because it's recommended to drive under 8 hours before you take break. If you drive more than 8 hours, you'll be committed a violation. So with that being said, this is the 8 hours until break window you have shift, like windows you have available to take break. If you let that 8 hours goes by and then you don't take break, even though you have 11 hours to drive, you'll still be committed a violation. So you don't want to pass your 8 hours window by driving straight. You have to plan your trip. This is why I'm making this basic overview of the ELD device for you guys. So when I will explain later on how to properly plan your trip, so you could have a better understanding of the ELD. So there's more option available on it, but we're just gonna focus on those main characters right here, those main options, which is your 70-hour cycle, your 14 hours shift window, your 11 hours of drive time, and your 8 hours until break. Even though you have, let's say for example, you drive 7 hours from your 8 hours, you take break, right? Now you will have 4 hours available from your 11 hours driving time. You don't have to drive the whole 11 hours. Actually, if you drive the whole 11 hours, you will be committing a violation. So you have to make sure you have at least between 1 hour to 30 minutes left, so you could do post trip after you're done driving. So let me just explain real quick again. Even if you have 4 hours available from your driving time, from your 11 hours window, if you do not have enough hours until until break window, you cannot be driving, because you have to take break. You have to take at least 30 minutes break. You see why not? The reason why I have the 8 hours back again, it's because I stopped for at least 35 minutes right here. I'm off duty for 35 minutes because I'm dropping off a load. Okay, and and I have my 8 hours back. But even though you see you have the 8 hours back for the until break, don't focus on it. Just focus until you have 8 hours back, and then don't drive the full 8 hours, because you only have 11 hours to drive. So you see, from the 11 hours, I only have 4 hours 15 minutes left to drive for the day, and for my 14 hours window, I only have 6 hours and 10 minutes left available. You remember what I told you from the beginning? I get the 14 hours from the 70 hours, and then from the 14 hours, I get the 11 hours of driving time. So let's say now I stop for a really long time. And I put myself off duty, and then the hours start going down. All the hours that will start going down, they will be coming from my 14 hours window. They'll be coming from my 14 hours window, and then they will start going down. Once I pass like whatever hours I have left on my driving time, they will start going down together. Okay? Don't even worry about this. This one is just like for break. You just need to know exactly when to take break before you commit a violation. So I take my 14 hours from my 70 again, and then I dropped it. Like, just like a quick example, for you guys to understand. And then I dropped it to the 14 hours window. So I have 14 hours window available for the whole day, for my whole shift, right? The 14 hours available that I have, I can only drive 11 hours from it, which is my drive time. But to drive that 11 hours, I have to take break before I get to 8 hours. If I drive past 8 hours, I would be committed a violation. That's why I have to plan my trip to stop before that, and then wait until I pass 30 minutes so I could get my until break hours back again, so I could drive the rest of my drive time during the day. Like I said before, let's say now I stop for a good period of time. I stop for like 4 hours. So now for the 4 hours that I'm gonna be stopping, my 14 hours window will start to go down. It will be counting using my 14 hours window first. And then if my 14 hours window get in the same level with my 11 hours of drive time, they will start both going down together. But as long as my 14 hours window is higher than my drive time, I'm good. I don't have to worry too much. Like right now, for example, I'm at 6 or 8 right now, but my 14 hours window, but for my drive time, I'm at 4 hours. I have 4 hours 50 minutes left. So for now, I'm almost like, I have like 1 hour 40 minutes difference. I don't know. I'm not too good at math. Whatever hours you see you have available, if they match, if your drive time match your 14 hours shift, I'm sorry guys, this video gonna be long. I'm sorry. If your 14 hours drive time matches your 11 hours, if your 14 hours daily shift matches your 11 hours drive time, you're just gonna have to keep eye just on both, and then drive enough so you have some hours left to do post trip and put yourself on sleeper, and then make sure you have the 8 hours cycle higher. Okay, as long as the 8 hours break is higher than your drive time, and this, depending on the situation, you're good to drive. Oh my god, I think I did a bad job, but hopefully some of you get the point though, because I cannot just explain this in a sense. I don't know the simplest way to explain this. So hopefully some of you understand what I'm trying to say. With that being said, we're going to use those hours to plan our trip in an easy way. All right, guys. One last thing before we move on planning your trip. This is my co-driver daily shift activities. From the drive time, as you can see, he has zero times left. Okay, the same as his 14 hours window. Okay, he was the one who was driving. We're dropping off a load right now, but you see, even though he has 8 hours of break time available, it doesn't matter as long as he doesn't have any hours to drive or any shift available from his 14 hours window. The reason why he got his 8 hours, this video is like, this quick video is just a reminder of, even though you have your 8 hours until break, available, it won't matter if you do not have any of your hours back available from your 14 hours window or from your 11 hours window. If you do not have any of those, it won't matter to have your 8 hours on break available. The reason why he has the 8 hour cycle back, it's because it's been stopped for 2 hours and 36 minutes. Okay, just to clear a little, like if some of you were a little confused, just making sure you get the idea of the 8 hours break. The 8 hours break window, it doesn't really matter until you stop for over 30 minutes. You will still get it back, even though you don't have any hours from those two shifts, from those two windows. All right, so yeah. Now let's move on to how you can plan your trip. Now let me show you how to properly plan your trip. As you can see from the screen, I've just put an example. Let's say you're picking up a load from Los Angeles, California, and you're going to San Simeon, Arizona. All right. This is the amount of mileage you'll be driving for your shift, and this is the amount of time it will be taking you to reach your destination. But most of the time, it will take you more than that, especially if you come in from California. The reason why is because the speed you'll be driving in California will be way lower than the speed limit for normal cars. Okay, for normal cars. So the speed limit for truck drivers will be 55. And the duration you're looking at the screen right now and the GPS is not for trucks, it's for normal cars. So with that being said, you will have to add some extra hours for your on your ETA. Actually, you will need to add some extra hours. Let's say, for example, it will take you, the GPS says it will take you around 8 hours 30 minutes to reach your destination. I would say it will take you around 10 hours at least. 10 hours 30 minutes. The reason why is because you have to think about taking breaks, and also you have to think about slow traffic. If there's road construction ahead, you have to add those as well. Now I have to mention that is if you do not have GPS truck. That's why the hours probably won't be accurate. Your ETA probably won't be accurate because the ETA you're using for your normal GPS is made for cars. Okay, that's the truck GPS. Most of the time it will be 90% accurate for your ETA. If the GPS will tell you, if that GPS tells me I will get to my destination in 10 hours, I probably will, even though I still have to add, my break hours on it. I still have to add, some extra 30 to 1 hour, 30 minutes to 1 hour to it, just in case if I'm going to wood construction, traffic, all of that, you have to add those, extra 45 minutes just in case. Okay, so now this is the fun part of the video. As you can see from the screen, we put our location, the current location we at, and then the destination where we're going. This indicates us, where we will be traveling from the GPS. As you can see from the screen, we will be using I-10 in order to reach our destination. So we know we will be traveling on I-10 a lot. That gives us an advantage on planning our trip properly. Now, there's a lot of apps available out there. You can download when you going over the road, so you could get access to the rewards and everything like that. This is gonna be a separate video, but for the sake of this video, which is focusing more on planning your trip, we'll be using these three apps only. We'll be using Pilot Flying J app, we'll be using Loves, and we'll be using the app that called Trucker Path. Okay, this is the part where I need you guys to really pay attention to what I'm doing. Okay, let's say, for example, you download those apps that I mentioned earlier. Okay, you download Loves, Flying J, Pilot, and you download Trucker Path. One of my favorite one is Trucker Path. I'm gonna show you why. Let's open Trucker Path right now. Okay, let's say, for example, you already know where you're traveling, what interstate you will be taking
to get to your destination. How many interstate? In my case, as I showed you earlier, it will be I-10. Okay, I will be taking I-10 99% of the time to get to my destination. So I need to find I-10 from Trucker Path. Okay, once you open the app, you starting to zoom out, you'll be seeing a lot of spots popping up. Don't worry about it. If you don't want to see that much of spot, you could just zoom in and to get like a smaller variety of space available from your location. So now, let's say we already know we're coming from Los Angeles, okay, and then we're going to Sun Simen, if I remember, California, Sun Simen in Arizona. We're going to use I-10. This is I-10 right here. Hopefully you can see it. You see I-10. So let's say now we want to take break in 5 hours. 5 hours, let's say 5 hours it would be equivalent to around 200 something mileage, okay? Because you cannot really tell exactly how many mileage it will be. So that's why you need to keep it that way, because there's a lot of things that could go wrong. You don't want to be lying to yourself, so or to your dispatch. Let's say you'll be just know you can stop in 5 hours, right? Let's say you'll be stopping in 5 hours to take your break, okay? Because the trip could last between 10 to 10 hours and a half, right? So let's say we're gonna stop in 5 hours, which is a nice. This is a nice winch to stop from your trip. So let's say you don't want to go to one of the major truck stop, which could be TA, okay, or Loves. You don't want to go to Loves. You don't go to TA. Those feels a little bit too big for you, or you just for some reason personal you don't want to go to those. Let's say for example you want to go to a local one, the local truck stops, the small truck stops that be having the best discounts on the fuel price, or if you just want to take your break at a rest area. This is the rest area. Okay, when you see those little like signs right here from the Trucker Path app, uh, that just saying like it's a rest area spot. Okay, this is to close. You keep going. Okay, it's just simple to use. It's not complicated at all. I'm just following I-10, the line. I'm just following the interstate. Let's say for example I got here and I feel like maybe let's say how many mileage those spots are for me right now. You just click on one of them, and then you will see the amount of mileage. This one is 237 miles away from me right now. 237 is not bad, so I could just zoom in and see what type of truck stop they have available in this area if I want to take break from that area right here. So let's say I see this one. This one is just called Easy Plaza, Easy Travel Plaza. This sounds like a local truck stop for me. Okay, something like locally you could use. It only has 12 spot available. If I wanna see how it looks, from a closer view, I could click on this little two arrows right here, and then I zoom in. Using the satellite, view to see if if trucks are visiting this place, if it's truck friendly. If I don't really see trucks around, I won't take the chance to go to that spot. Okay, if I don't really see trucks around it, uh, that means I'm not really interested. This is one way. This is one way to see things. When you're trying to go to a local truck stop, uh, for a better price, fuel price. I could check this one as well. This one. I'm gonna click on this to see if it's truck friendly. Sorry, yeah, you see this one, I can see that they have spots available for trucks. It's obvious, I don't have to do too much. I can see it right on site. Okay, so now let's say it's 240 miles away from me, so I know that after I'm done driving 240 miles, I will be stopping at this location. So one way to do that is just like you going up. Okay, you go up, and then once you start going up from the details, because once you click on it, let me show you again. Once you click on it, okay, it will like take a little like 5 seconds for the informations to pop up. You will see like drivers are reporting, okay, are reporting 18 minutes ago they have many spots available. this location has at least 100 spots. Most of the time, the spots that will be telling you they have available for those locations, they probably won't be too accurate, but trust me, it's if they tell you there is 100 spots available, it's because they probably have like, 75, 80, or 100 spots available. Just keep that in mind. Uh, so it's for 240 miles away from you. Once you start scrolling down, you will see that what type of service they have available. You will see the fuel price, the diesel price. You will see the DEF price. You will see all this information. So this is the type of service they have available. They have free spot available. They have overnight parking. They have free showers. They have 4 showers available in total. They have ATM. They have scales. They have Wi-Fi. They have tire care. It's pet friendly. They have Transfer Express if you wanna like like transfer paper whatever blah blah blah. They also have something for RV. Okay, so we're not doing that RV thing. This is the address from Google. You're just gonna click on it, hold your hands on it, and then it will give you the option to copy it. Or if you don't wanna do that, just like write it down somewhere, and then you just copy it. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put that address to your GPS, to your truck GPS. Okay, once you add it there, this is gonna be your first truck stop. This is gonna be I'm sorry, this is gonna be your first stop. Traveling the road. Okay, this is where you're gonna take your break. If you plan on stopping for more than once, you could do that with multiple times. I'm just showing you how to do it. So this is it, man. This is it. And then after that, after you done with your break, after 30 minutes, you could start rolling again to towards your destination. It's the same thing if you wanna take break at one of the major truck stop, like for example Love's. They will provide you all the information, the same information, the same way. You see, at this Love's, the fuel price, the diesel price is $4.54. The DEF is like $4.18, and then the information they have sweet spot, they have like all these things, all this information. You could copy the address the same way that I just showed you earlier. Everything like you could do the same with Choker Path. Okay, I'm just showing you how to do it using Choker Path. The reason why we know we can stop from that area is because we know it's on I-10. Okay, we know it's on I-10 because we have I-10 on how like our destination. This is the road we'll be taking to get to our destination. If you don't really know, if you click into the right road, to the right location, to the right interstate, I'm sorry, you're just gonna see it over here. It's even gonna tell you sometimes what exit to take in order to get to the truck stop. So yeah, hopefully you get that part. I don't want the video to be too long. Should I even mention how to do it using Pilot and Flying J? I'm gonna go real quick with Pilot and Flying J and Loves, which is gonna be the same way, but yeah, I'm just going real quick inside of it so you guys could see. For Loves, we're gonna click on it. Okay. We're gonna go down below to stores, and then we're gonna look. My internet connection is trash right now. I'm sorry guys, because right now you probably won't be able to see because it will be showing you all the roads, all the interstate available as well. But right now I can't really see it because I have bad connection. So it's probably like it's okay. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So you see, right now, let's say we take back I-10. Okay, we're looking for a spot available at Love's. We just keep going until we see the first one, and then we click on it. This one is 137 miles away from us. Let me see if it's on I-10. I'm gonna show you real quick. Okay, yeah, it says I-10 as well. So this one is on I-10. Let's click on this one. I'm just showing you like how to, different ways to different apps you can use to plan your trip. This one is 250 miles away. This one could be good as well. So one thing about those, apps that's specifically made for the truck stop. Uh, One cool thing about them is just if you using the app, you could just click one button and it will send you directly to Google Maps. Okay. So let's say for example I click on direction. I either can choose I go to go I use Google Maps for this, or I use Apple Map. Okay, so once I start using this, it will tell me exactly. Uh, it will give me the location, like how far is it, like how many hours it will take me to get there. But my internet connection is trash right now. So yeah, it's the same thing for the Pilot and Flying J app. Okay, my internet is not good, like I mentioned. It's the same thing for the Pilot Flying J as well. So you'll be able to see the fuel price. Okay, if you wanna fuel up from those area, you will be able to see the gas price and everything. So I-10, you see right now. Okay, let's say we click on this one. You see the gas price is $4.59 over there, and it's 122 miles away from us. And if we go further from I-10 again, 252 miles. Okay, and they also put a warning that says this location is open with temporary construction. Most of the time, they will be putting like a warning message if the location is doing something, just to warn you. Sometimes if they don't have showers, they will tell you too. Not all the time, but they will tell you too. So yeah, I don't want the video to be too long. I hope you guys get the point already. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to explain to you right now. So this is how you plan your trip. You just like use one of those apps. You know where you will be stopping, what city, because they will tell you the city, the name of the city. This one is Quartz. Jesus Christ. This one's called Quartz Site, Arizona. Jesus Christ. Let's take a simpler one. Okay. This one is Salome. Okay, this one is Salome, Arizona. They will tell you the city name, and if you wanna know like extra information about where you're going, you could always scroll down exactly the same way as well. You'll be seeing like how many showers they have available right now, if you wanna take showers. Okay, what type of restaurant they have inside of the truck stop, because I almost forgot. I'm sorry, guys, because you'll be able to see the restaurant as well, how many restaurants they have available. This one I only have Subway. Okay, if you don't want to stop to this one, you can click on the other one, and then scroll down, you see that maybe I want to eat something better than Subway. You see those, you'd be like, okay, I'm not interested too much in this. You click on another one, you scroll down, because most of the time when you're taking breaks, you probably would want something to eat as well. So they have a Cinnabon, and they have a Wendy's. Me, for most of the time, I'm fine with Wendy's. For 30 minutes break, I'm good with Wendy's. So, and you go there and they will tell you the hours are open for those restaurants. So for Wendy's is open 24/7, which is great. Okay, but this one on the top is open from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. So you have all these options also available from Trucker Path. Okay, I'm just opening Trucker Path to show you that example that I was talking about earlier for the restaurant. If you open Trucker Path, right, you know where you travel and you want to stop somewhere from your road, from where you're traveling. Okay, you zoom in like I mentioned earlier. You see it's truck friendly, right? If you wanna see, if you wanna know actually if they have restaurant available at this area, all you have to do is go to details, and then from details you skip review, you go to nearby. Most of the time they will put the restaurant they have available on nearby, and from there you will see what they have available near this location, or if they have it available inside of the location. For that location, we can see they have Subway available inside of it. The reason why we know it's available inside of it, because it's 214 feet away from us, so this gotta be inside of it. This one is nearby. It's 4.7 miles, so we know that the only restaurant they have on this location is Subway. So you need to be aware of that once you're making your stop, to know, so you don't end up being you don't end up dying from starve. Okay. Yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Yeah, hopefully you learned something from it, and this is how you plan your trip.
Now I know this video was really long. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell for any time I post a new video. Share this video with your friends, who's on the road right now, who's doing OTR and trying to figure out stuff, on their own. Just share the idea with them. Maybe they will learn something from it. You never know. Stay safe, y'all, and let's get that money.